I'm chatting to Johan and Taso Papas from the Be Your Dream Easter Winter Wonderland. Welcome to Be Your Dream.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Okay, so the Easter Winter Wonderland. Now we are going to talk about this festival. It's an Easter festival. It's happening on the 24th, 25th, and 26th of March this year. Now, on this Sunday, we're doing something special because it's an Easter festival. So I think we want to chat a bit about that today. We're still going to have the other entertainment and activities available. We're going to have a whole bunch of things. We're going to have the winter dome, the fun dome, the ice rink, the dirt bikes, the 4x4 course, the water sports, all of those things. But we have some special things in store for the Easter aspect of it. And one of those things is the expedition to the cross. Let's talk a bit about that. Tell me about the expedition to the cross. What is it? Is it a walkthrough? What is it?
Yes, and I think the exciting thing about the journey to the cross, you know, it's happened 2,000 years ago. Jesus took the journey, and we, as believers, know the Bible story. And for some, it's just history. And we thought of getting people involved in the experience because we are people of emotions and feelings. And if you know the story of Christ, the Passion of Christ, you know what he experienced. There was the introduction at Gethsemane, where he prayed and we struggled. And although he had his purpose and clearly defined, and he knew, and I mean, even in his prayer, he's expressed, you know, if this cup can pass me, please let it be. So the agony that he experienced. So we're setting up stations where people can interact or get the experience and feeling, because Christianity is just not purely a religion.
Yeah.
It's a relationship. And Jesus Christ is a living Christ. He became man. He experienced every emotion of man. And so with these stations, the idea is so that we can follow in his footsteps. Not all of us can go to Jerusalem to actually walk the journey, but to experience some of it. And although it's models and we're using organic stuff like rocks and a wooden cross, and I don't want to reveal everything, but it's going to be exciting, where you could have the experience in the garden where you can for a moment just pray, and there will be visuals and sound and all those wonderful emotional experiences, just to connect with the reality of what Christ experienced.
Yeah. So it's this awesome expedition.
Yes.
Like a walkthrough.
Walkthrough. And you know, we all have different personalities and the way we express our feelings.
It really is something awesome for you and your family to come and just celebrate Easter. It's an awesome way to celebrate Easter, to just see the whole journey in front of your eyes, just to see what happened, you know.
And maybe, Anais, Taso, that you know, while we're having fun, the whole Easter festival starts on the Friday with so many activities, and there's joy and excitement. And God made us that way, to laugh, to sing, to dance, to experience life in its fullest. He said, I came that you might have life and have it more abundantly. So there will be, even on the Sunday, while some people experience the journey of Christ and be exposed and worship, that we are people to also have fun.
Exactly.
You know, Christianity is not a dead religion. It encompasses your whole being. So there will be bikes, and there will be dirt rides and 4x4s and
the ice rink, the fun
dome. Experience the cold winter and youngsters on ice and laughter of families, because Christianity is about communities and people, and Christ gave his life so that we may experience life to its fullest. Yeah, and now, not in eternity one day, it's for now. So
Yeah.
Exactly,
Absolutely.
exactly. So we're
There's-
celebrating all of that. There's the 4x4 course.
Yes.
There's the classic car show that's
Oh,
happening.
wonderful, eh?
And right next to that, there's the bike show, Dare to Ride a Harley Davidson.
Yes.
that'll
For
be
free, you
great.
can try it
For
out.
the adventurous guys.
Exactly, and there's the Walk for Life.
Yes,
The fun walk
yes.
for life.
For everybody, from the fittest to the oldest. I saw in one of these events an old lady of 87
Wow.
walking with a smile, brisky and energized. So that's all about life, enjoying life,
Experiencing
experience
life.
life to the
Oh.
fullest. And then the other exciting part is that the 300 stalls that we
Oh, yes.
that will
You
still
can
be
do your
open
shopping.
Yeah.
for the women, and it's so diverse. There's so many things to enjoy and to participate, to eat, to laugh. You know, if you look at the church, there was the festival meals, so there will be food to enjoy. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
and indulge in, and by the same token, enjoy what God has given us and give Him praise
You can give
for
Him
the
praise.
life that we can enjoy. We can see, we have our senses to experience and have the fulfillment of that. What an incredible privilege we have.
Unbelievable. Wow.
Totally. And we can also give back to the community. I mean, this festival is going to be raising funds for
Yes.
bursaries. It's part of the charity
Yes.
aspect
That'll
of
be
it.
doing, yeah.
You know, unfortunately, we live in a time, I just spent some time in America, where it's all about me and what I can get. And I'm not generalizing, but I think, you know, if we say we in South Africa and we have so many privileges, yet there are those disadvantaged, and many. Just recently, 26 million people jobless, and as your vision is to give people hope, and we're giving 100 bursaries, giving youngsters hope, bringing youngsters in from disadvantaged areas to experience life as they should, as God intended it. Have a good meal, have a good laugh, enjoy whatever is to be enjoyed.
Totally.
Absolutely.
And to further celebrate the Easter part of this festival and on this
Yes,
Sunday,
yes.
we're going to have some gospel music going on. We're going to have worship. We're going to have some speakers there
Sure,
and
that's
ministers.
great.
Tell us a bit about that. Tell us a bit about the meaning of Easter. We're going to talk about that, right?
Yes, yeah. We basically looking at obviously inviting a lot of ministers to be able to participate. We'll slot them in throughout the day, them and their worship team, and that's going to be there. But I think just to get back to your question, the most important thing is for everyone to understand what is Easter all about. Even the name Easter sounds a bit funny. But basically, it's got to do about what Jesus accomplished for each and every person. And very briefly, what we want everybody to experience, and the theme is going to be that the good news is that God is now at peace with the whole world. It doesn't matter what religion, it doesn't matter what color, right? Nothing matters anymore. God is at peace with everybody, because what He has done, He's taken all of His wrath and He's put it on Jesus. So now He is free to be loving, to be gracious, and to be kind to everybody. And He's offering every single human being the gift, what we call, of righteousness, of feeling just right about themselves, feeling loved, accepted.
Find their identity.
Their
in
identity
Christ.
find in Christ, yeah. So that is vitally important for when people do come, that God is not mad at you. God's not angry. God is actually in peace with the whole world, and all He wants to do is wants to express Himself through each and every single human being. And this is how people can experience life, and this is what we call Easter. And that's what we all need to celebrate about Easter, expressing His love in our lives through ourselves to others.
Exactly.
So that's what we want to
And
do.
Christ-like.
maybe test on the exchange that happened
Yes.
because of Jesus' sacrifice.
Yes, yeah. Because of what Jesus obviously has done, Jesus became, your heart brokenness. He became your anxiety. He became everything no matter what you are experiencing, any negativity in life, Jesus became that. And then he exchanged his life because he was feeling very good about himself. He exchanged that and gave it to you as a free gift. And that's what we call the exchange. What people call the message of reconciliation is the exchange of one life for another. So that's what we want you, among this entire celebration that's taking place, that's what we want you to experience, that there has been an exchange of his life, and he had everything in his inheritance, acceptance and love. He never felt rejection, and suddenly if you're feeling that, he wants to exchange that and wants you to experience that. And obviously, as we just said, that God is not mad at you. He always wants to be kind and loving towards you. And that is the concept of God that we want to present to people, because that's the true gospel, which is called the good news.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we're going to have fun,
Yeah.
basically.
We're going to have a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it.
You're yourself going to sing and praise and worship.
Yes.
I mean, I shouldn't forget that. That through God gave you the talents to acknowledge him and just to express, and that's what worship is, gratitude towards who he is and what he's given us.
It's going to be a wonderful event to spend with your family. It's a wonderful way of celebrating Easter and the perfect work that was done on the cross. So I'm really looking forward to it. Don't forget, 24th, 25th, 26th of March this year, you have to book your tickets at CompuTicket.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And there will be tickets available through churches.
And at the door.
And at the door, yeah. And maybe just to say, it's not just for Christians, for believers. God created the world for everybody. So we invite you with your family. Come and have a wonderful time with us.
Awesome. I'm really looking forward. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you for having us.
It's only a pleasure.